Welcome to our podcast, Disability Warriors, The Download, powered by Liner Legal, your disability warriors, fighting for dignity, justice, and the benefits that you deserve. Each episode, we bring you powerful stories, real legal insight, and everything you need to feel informed, supported, and never alone. Whether you are navigating the complex disability process yourself, supporting a loved one, or just want to understand the system a little better, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit follow now so you never miss an episode. And if you're ready to take the next step, head to our website at linerlegal.com to schedule your free case review.
Because your voice matters.
Your fight matters.
And we're with you every step of the way. Let's dive in. Welcome back to the Disability Download, the Menage a Trois edition. Is that what this is called with Jordan here?
Yeah. Well, you know.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Nobody's liking that intro.
No.
Well, I'm sitting right next to
I know.
So-
The terms of you were already so nervous about sitting on the couch. I promised I wouldn't touch you. I didn't know that I
It's a pretty narrow.
couldn't like verbally assault you either. This is a pretty narrow couch. I'm actually shocked that you and I are both able to comfortably fit on this couch when I saw it. Anyways, I am so excited to have two primo guests on the pod this week. I've got Alan Tittle, Jordan Leibovitz, two incredible Ohio attorneys. What I want to talk about on this episode of the pod is authenticity and branding. This is something that both of you guys are, I hate using this phrase, but both of you are on billboards if we were to walk outside of here. And I don't want to call you billboard attorneys because you both are actually like two of the best attorneys that I've ever met in my life. Maybe the two best attorneys.
Thank you.
But when I'm even just sitting here looking at how you guys are dressed and how I'm dressed, it's like we really show up in all circumstances the way that we present to the outside world. Even the way that like Jordan talks fits his brand. You know what I mean? The way that you talk fits yours. The way that I talk fits mine. But people don't really talk about authenticity. It's just we're selling without selling.
Yeah.
I want to ask Jordan first. How did you develop the suit and tie look?
I grew up working at a law firm in Chicago where it was suit and tie every day, court every day, and that was the uniform. And as time has gone on, I find it easier. I don't have to think at all. I have a uniform. I have a bunch of these shirts that I get online, right? For like $40 a piece,
Yeah.
about 10, 15 of them. I have a bunch of suits, white shirt, suit, tie, black shoes, same outfit every day. I'm like a cartoon character, but it's just easy, man.
Is that really what you're thinking about?
No
It's just the
joke.
easiness of it?
This is easier to me than anything else. I have 3 uniforms. I wear this, I wear jeans and a black t-shirt, or I wear, shorts and a hoodie. That's it. That's all I wear.
And that's your personal life included in there, shorts and hoodie?
Yeah, that's it.
Would you ever wear to the office like shorts and a hoodie or your jeans and black t-shirt?
Saturdays and Sundays.
No kidding.
That's just what I do, man. I don't know.
Steve Jobs.
I mean, when you think about it, it is easy. There's no question marks of what you're doing that day.
Yeah.
So you wake up, you know what you're wearing, go in, get your work done. And, it just feels good.
You've evolved, Alan, over time. I mean, you have. Tell us about that. I mean, because when I met you, you would wear suits and ties, but you don't anymore.
Well, when you met me, I was poor. And so, I would get the 4 suits
I
for.
didn't get the memo. You're rich now.
I'm not.
What the heck?
I don't know. He's doing pretty well.
But,
I was poor.
I was really poor then. Now I'm, middle class. But all I could afford were those buy 4 suits for one price at Joseph A. Bank deals.
Yeah.
So, my uniform was what I could afford. Period. End of story. So that was number 1. And number 2, I think you become more comfortable with who you are as you evolve as a lawyer. And I'm just I don't feel like a suit and tie guy, just not who I am.
To that?
I think, you have a nice head of hair. So
That's true.
bald guy, beard, I could be going fishing or I could be going in a courtroom. Who knows?
So what you're saying is that if and when I lose hair, I lose the tie.
You evolve.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. If that's it, that's it.
Okay.
But he's got a beautiful head of hair. I think he's in good shape.
So we're talking about the way that you dress, but what I want to know is, do you find that you have to relate to clients or co-counsel or just the outside world in a way that matches it? So if I was your client sitting across from you, would you loosen up? And I don't just mean even your appearance. I mean the way that you talk, the way that you approach them.
I mean, for me, authenticity is everything, right? And so people can see that from a mile away.
Yeah.
And yes, the way you dress has some role in that, but the truth is, no matter if we all show up to a meeting, right, with the same client, they're gonna be able to tell if we're authentic and we're honest and truthful, because truthfulness and honesty and integrity is way beyond just the way we look and the way that we, dress. It's about how you come across to someone and telling them, I'm here to help. All of us are here to help people, and all of us do a really damn good job at helping people, just in different capacities. And a client, in my opinion, can tell if you are honest or if, frankly, you're full of shit.
Did you ever feel, Alan, did you feel like you were pretending or not being your authentic self when you would wear suits more?
Well, I think back then, I had a bad case of imposter syndrome, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe I was just starting my law firm 10 years ago, and you got to fake it till you make it. And that's sort of how I felt. Like, all right, I don't know if I had some good results. I don't know if I had these huge results, and I sort of just had to figure it out and figure out who I was.
Yeah.
And I think that's also the key, even trying cases. If you aren't your authentic self, a jury will see right through you every time.
But when you're in court with a jury, are you going to wear a suit and tie for the jury?
You have to.
You have to. You still have to.
But, I think the persona in terms of who I am as a person is the same. I still make the same jokes about myself.
Yeah.
I still do all the things I would do regardless if I was wearing a suit or not.
I appreciate that you're honest about something that I think a lot, because let me ask you this. You mentioned imposter syndrome. People would look at me and pretty objectively, I'm solidly middle class like you are, right? But I still feel like I'm faking it. Do you feel like you're still chasing that a bit?
I think,
or running from it?
I think if yes, to answer directly, and I think it's natural.
Yeah.
I think if you don't have some of that, your ego is probably too big.
And frankly, do you want someone working on a case if they're not competitive enough to have that drive to always want to do more and better? I mean, that's what I strive to do. And if we're ever too comfortable, that's a bad sign. That's a real bad sign, in my opinion.
I agree. I'm always afraid that the bottom is going to fall out from under me. And I think that, the way that I've presented to the outside world has obviously loosened up a lot over time. I mean, when I met Alan, I was wearing suits at that point too. Both of us were in our, full suit and tie phase. And, I've obviously taken it a little more extreme than you have. I don't ever interact in person with clients just because of the nature of the practice that I have. Most of my clients are not here in Ohio. They're not coming into my office. If I do talk to clients, it's on the phone. So how I dress doesn't really matter. But even in my marketing, literally, my most popular social media channel is called a fucking backwards hat barrister.
It's pretty good.
What could be more casual than that? But I think that's the version of myself where it's almost like I'm embracing that I'm faking a little bit. In a courtroom, in a hearing room, let's be realistic. I'm not a real lawyer like these guys. In a hearing room, I own that shit, but I still kind of feel like I don't know. I'm figuring my way out. And that recognition, though, is I think what keeps me working hard as shit every day to avoid the bottom falling out from under me.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, and I think that's what, if I have a big deposition, that's what keeps you there late at night, to make sure, all the stones are turned over, to make sure you're not missing anything. And as soon as that drive goes away, it's time to hang it up.
hard work shines through your physical outside appearance. And that is the difference maker. And frankly, that's what the three of us have in common, is that hard work is the most important in what people see. And that shows the authenticity as well, and the strive and the drive to do better. I mean, that's what makes people great instead of just fine.
Let me ask you guys a question, and I'm like making a big pivot here, but just follow me. Has AI changed what hard work looks like for you? And I know we're going from one side to the other, but
I mean, first of all, AI has to be embraced without question, because it is a evolving and an aspect of our business that will continue to change and continue to change with us. For the most part, it is good. We are in a service-based industry, right? We are giving a service, a professional legal service to others in need. We can use AI as a tool to better the practice and better the profession in order to make ourselves more efficient. It will never replace what we do in a courtroom or in a hearing, because it can't replicate that. But it certainly can help us prepare better. It can help us be more efficient, and it can help think of outside the box ideas that we don't necessarily have, not the capacity to do it, but the ability to do it at a scale, right? And that's what I think it allows us to do, and frankly allows people like us who are willing to dig in and take some leaps, allows us to do something really, frankly, phenomenal.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, the amount of hours has not changed, but if I'm, whether it's taking a big deposition, preparing a cross-examination for trial, I use AI as a tool to help me prepare. And so now I feel even more comfortable that, I got all the facts, I know what I need to do. And I feel really good about the final work product, even maybe more so than I did before.
It's crazy though, how it's just wrong sometimes. Like, you can ask it to prepare a deposition outline with these specific facts in mind, right? And then it'll ask a question and cite to a source that's made up.
Correct.
It's talking about a page of a deposition that doesn't exist. It's wild.
And then you call it out.
You do.
And you're like, this is wrong. And they're like, oh, you're right. I'm sorry. And that pisses me off.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, those prompts. Let me say this. I used to look at AI and then basically have to set aside everything that I did with it because it legitimately hallucinated more than it gave me good information. It's starting to get pretty good. I mean, we were talking about this earlier before you got here, but like Claude in particular, the ability that it has, especially for like creative tasks, it's unparalleled. I mean, it literally is replacing the work of countless people. But it's also getting better with that accuracy. And when that happens, it's scary. Now, I think that if I worked in a law firm that was, a billable hour type model, I would be a lot more scared of AI than us being in a contingency fee. I think that it just repurposes where we put our effort.
Agreed.
It doesn't mean that, going back to the beginning of this, I got this idea about how is AI affecting hard work now, from hard work, but it's just now I'm spending more time on other tasks while stuff is going on in the background that allows me to just kind of really do the things that I want to do that I don't think I was able to do before.
I mean, I think when we're talking about business development in particular with AI, right? And we talk about our associates and our other team members who more traditionally would be focused on more of the boots on the ground tasks that AI can accomplish in some ways or make it a lot more efficient. It allows them to retool, repurpose, and focus on continuing to drive in business and to continue to get themselves out there, and allows them to have more time. Everybody should have time to do that, but it allows even the entirety of the team to have more time and more freedom to go and do that. That's what I think that's a big game changer. For obviously owners of firms like us, it is different. It allows us to retool, like you said, and allow us to pivot some resources so that you can effectively work on more volume of important things, right? That you normally would have had to have many more people working on. You could just do it more efficiently and retool accordingly.
Let me ask you this, and again, I'm asking this as an outsider. I think that AI can help a lot with like prep for a trial, but once you get in that courtroom, it kind of disappears, doesn't it? I mean, that's where it's like the people who are faking it and like the real lawyers, the guys like you who go in there and impress a jury and walk out with a big verdict. A robot's never going to do that. It takes you guys.
Correct. I mean, let's assume we're cross-examining a doctor who went to Johns Hopkins.
Yeah.
Right? And you're up there and you're in the trenches and you're cross-examining this guy and, you know, he wants to take you here and you want to be here. It's not like you can, doctor, hold on 1 second. Let me put this in chat GPT.
That'll be the greatest thing of all time.
Imagine you're like walking in the courtroom with your meta glasses on, right? And like that's how you're going to cross-examine. You've got your glasses on. Talk about imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
You've got your glasses on. You're listening to the witness, and then all of a sudden it's feeding you your next question. It's ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not the reality of on the spot intellectual legal thinking.
Correct. So I have zero fear that AI is going to take my job.
Agreed.
Thanks for tuning in to Disability Warriors, The Download. If today's episode inspired you, educated you, or gave you hope, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs it. Need help with your disability claim? Visit linerlegal.com today to schedule your free consultation. Stay connected with us on social media for more stories, insights, and victories from the disability community. Until next time, stay strong, stay empowered, and remember, you are not in this alone.
Because your voice matters.
Your fight matters.
And we're with you every step of the way.